The age-old debate, who is better? Gerrard, Lampard or Paul Scholes? The Prime Icon cards have now all been confirmed for FIFA 19. You've got Paul Scholes, 91 rated, Steven Gerrard, 91 rated, and Frank Lampard, 90 rated. Also, just throwing this guy in the mix, because why not? Michael Ballack is 91 rated with his Prime Icon, so that's been thrown in there. I just know the comment section is going to have a lot of replies on this video. It's always a bit controversial about who is the best centre midfielder in Premier League history. And you haven't even got the likes of McLeary, as I said before, Ballack in that conversation. You've got so many more quality midfielders. Yes, Ballack probably wasn't at his best at Chelsea, but he was still very good. But there were so many great centre mids that we cannot forget about. But because they're English, they're the three arguably best ever Premier League centre midfielders. They're always the ones we talk about. Gerrard, for me, has probably the best looking FIFA card overall. 90 shot, 90 passing, 85 dribbling, 84 physical. It's a fantastic card. Paul Scholes has a very nice card as well with his passing. I would say though, Scholes should have about 95 passing. He was phenomenal at passing and just controlling a game. 87 shot, I'd give him 88, 89. 80 dribbling, 82 physical. I think that card's very good actually. I think it's going to be underrated in the game. Frank Lampard, again, very good card. I would actually give him like 93 shot. He was unbelievable. He was frankly unbelievable at scoring. Didn't even mean to say frankly there, but you know what I mean. Anyway, amazing. They're all fantastic cards in their own right. Probably Gerrard and Lampard over Scholes and FIFA, but yeah. They're the ratings, they're the stats. First things first, do you agree with the icon ratings that FIFA 19 have given Scholes, Gerrard and Lampard? If so, why? If not, let me know. In terms of the players themselves, who was my favourite? Obviously favourite was Gerrard. I mean, I'm a massive Liverpool fan, so I'm going with Gerrard. And for those wondering why I always wear like different footy shirts, I'm a big footy shirt collector. I've got like 200 footy shirts now in the collection. That's always why I've got like a random footy shirt on in so many different videos. Anyway, in terms of my favourite, it would obviously be Gerrard. In terms of who I thought was the best, and without being biased, promise you not being biased right now, I categorically promise you, if I was asked who would I prefer in my team, I would say Gerrard. I just would. I think overall, he gives you that diversity and versatility, and being able to play at a world-class level in at least 3 positions is magnificent. Not many players can say that. He was amazing as a centre mid, amazing as a cam, like centre attack and mid. He could play great as a centre forward. Remember when he was behind Torres and just tore the Premier League up? He was sensational. Could also play right mid, CDM, and then right back when he was cut up upon as well. And for me, Gerrard, like what he did for a team was incredible. The way he could drive a team forward. Without him, we would not have beat AC Milan. Like we would have lost maybe 5-0 the way it was going. It was an incredible final to come back like that, and he was a massive reason for it. He has single-handedly won finals. Like, not many players can say that, especially from the Premier League. I say not many, I mean, I'm forgetting Ronaldo, Messi, a lot of players, but you know what I mean? Gerrard was incredible at driving a team forward and just getting the result. Without Gerrard, guys, our trophies over the last 20 years would be minuscule. There is no doubt. He was fantastic. People forget how amazing he was as a goal scorer as well. He was sensational. His passing, his technique, I mean, he was fantastic. Obviously, so many people talk about the slip, but you've got to remember how amazing Gerrard was. And if you ask a lot, if you get a chance to, if you ever ask like a lot of footballers who their play out of these 3 would be, I think most of them would either choose Gerrard or Scholes. I don't think a lot of them would choose Lampard. Just putting it out there, any footy players watching this video, let me know who you would choose. In terms of the best though, for me, it would be, in my opinion, Gerrard, as he could do so much. But if I'm looking for a goal scorer, let's say you guys ask me, oh Matt, who's my favourite in terms of goal scorer? Lampard would win every day. Lampard was a sensational, seriously incredible goal scorer. He scored so many goals. The guy was a goal machine. People also do forget those Scholes scored more goals than people give him credit for. He really did score loads. And I guess, in terms of goal scoring, yes, I would go Lampard. I also would say, like, if Gerrard was higher up the pitch, I do think he could score, maybe not as many as Lampard, but he could get close. Gerrard was a fantastic finisher. But Lampard, if you're looking for a goal scorer, then it's Lampard. He was amazing. Also, fantastic at penalties and free kicks. The guy was on another level. And it's so hard to choose who's the best, because they were all brilliant, and all brilliant different things. If you go for an overall player, I'd go for Gerrard. any day of the week, does everything. A passer, a midfield maestro who easily controls the games, and again, a bit like Gerrard, actually can just win you games by being that great. Scholes is your man. Like, he would control a game easily. The guy was, in some ways, I feel like people do not appreciate the quality of Paul Scholes, and it's actually a shame that he didn't play for England that much. Honestly, the guy was absolutely fantastic. Even as a Liverpool fan, I can say that. He was unbelievable for United. And I would say, if you're looking for like an amazing midfielder who's got that vision and quality on the ball, can slow a game down, can bring the pace of the game anytime, and does exactly what the manager tells him to a T. I mean, Scholes is your man, he's amazing. In terms of the best though, who was the best out of these three? Paul Scholes, Gerrard, or Lampard? So many people on Twitter do say Lampard because of his goals and stats, but they don't take into consideration how Scholes could take control of the whole game, whereas Lampard could not do the same as much, at least to that level. Gerrard could be similar actually. He would drive a team forward, he'd get the ball moving faster, he would really just, yeah, really was a fantastic like driver of the ball. And Lampard was a good centre midfielder, but I don't think he was as good controlling a game as at least Gerrard. And I think Scholes is the best at that, controlling a game. But in terms of the best for me, I'm going to say for me, I would go with Gerrard. And that's without being biased. Seriously, it's hard to believe. I know, like, I literally sound biased, but I'm not being biased. I'm looking at this from an objective standpoint. I've spoken to so many Chelsea fans who just don't look at the perspective of Lampard is a great goal machine. They don't see how Gerrard was better at a lot of other things. They don't take that into consideration. So it's tough, man. We should really appreciate them for what they were. Like, and in their playing days, they were all fantastic at what they were doing. They were phenomenal. In fact, we missed them. Like, oh my God, time flies. When Gerrard was playing at Anfield, when Lampard was playing Chelsea, the amount of fantasy football points those two would get you every year, from goals, from assists, from whatever, like, they would get you so many fantasy points, it would be insane. Especially when Cristiano Ronaldo's in the league as well. You could have Lampard, Ronaldo, Gerrard, Torres in your fantasy team, like, what, 10 years ago? My God, you're in dreamland. As I said before though, for me, if I was asked to pick out of these three who my personal favourite was, it would be Gerrard. Who, for me, was the best? I would go Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard. I know it's a bit maybe controversial, maybe surprised by that. For me, Gerrard offers you everything and is just one hell of a competitive player who you need. People forget like how often we would have a bad team. We had strikers like Djibril Cissé, Milan Barros. Never liked Barros as a player. So many just not good enough players around Gerrard. And you look at the Chelsea teams from like at least 04 to, well, what, 2015, 16 when Gerrard moved on. Was 17? I think it's 16. You forget like Chelsea had the likes of Drogba up front. Yes, there were those 3 years in Mascherano, Alonso, Torres, Gerrard. Like that was a very good team. But it didn't have the likes of Robben in the team, Drogba in the team. It didn't have the other quality players. Obviously United were just dominant. They had fantastic teams. Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, Berbatov, Vidic, Ferdinand, Van der Sar. Like Scholes was the heartbeat of that team. But obviously when it comes to trophies, like it's difficult when it comes to the Premier League. Ah, God. I'm telling you, if we win the Premier League this season, guys, I will cry for days. For days. Like, we've never won it. If we win this league, oh my God. It's the one thing that Gerrard really should have won in 2014. It was our year. But it never became it. We didn't deserve it in the end. Anyway, yeah, wow. Every time I talk about that, it actually becomes emotional. I was 50 yards away from when he slipped. But we still could have done well if we would be Crystal Palace. Anyway, I'm getting off track. For me, like, when it comes to awards, there's a graphic now on screen which will show you they're like team awards. It doesn't say they're individual awards, which Gerrard, Lampard probably run away with, and then Scholes will be last. But in terms of team trophies, I mean, yeah, Scholes has won, oh my God, 12 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 2 Champions League trophies, and 2 FIFA Club World Cups. Gerrard has won 0, obviously, Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 1 Champions League, 1 UEFA Cup, and 1 Super Cup. I forget, like, yeah, Chelsea have won the Europa League as well. 3 Premier League titles, Lampard. 4 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 1 Champions League and 1 Europa League. So very, very, like, in terms of things won, Scholes obviously is, yeah, running away with it with 12 Premier League titles. I mean, that's hard to compare to. But like in terms of trophies, Gerrard has done very well with what he's had to deal with in terms of quality in the team. Chelsea have had a great decade or two now, nearly decade, 2 decades. But yeah, in terms of team awards, they are the team awards. So I'm going to throw this question to you. Who do you think was the best centre midfielder from this generation? Was it Scholes? Let me know why. Was it Gerrard? Let me know why. Was it Frank Lampard? Let me know why. I think a lot of people choose Lampard because of stats, but it is more than that. What the team can offer, what the player can offer to the team overall. What importance does that player have off the ball when they're on the ball? How much effect do they have in defensive midfield? How much effect do they have going forward? What do they do as a captain? Things like that. Let me know. It's a very, very like heated debate. It always is. But that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. You guys are too. Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like for more of these kind of videos. Gerrard 91, Scholes 91, Lampard 90. Thoughts in the comments and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.